Genevieve, Lace in Space, Constellation, my LSD. Thanks for tuning in. You could have been anywhere else and you decided to be here with me. Always want to show gratitude. Always want to show appreciation. Always want to let my people know that I'm happy that you're rocking out here with me. Because you really could have been anywhere else and you decided to be here with me. So, right, like, thank you. So, thank you guys. Before I even go into this weekly report, thank you for the support, the feedback, the word, like, you know, the just the volume of appreciation that I'm feeling from my followers, from my clients, from my friends, from my family. Thank you guys so much for believing in me. And that's what I'm really starting to work on, is the energy of faith. I'm really in a space where I'm trying to work more towards faith. Like, yeah, you'll see the tangible things, but what about the intangible things that happen in life that you now must realize that you need faith in? That's really what I'm trying to work in. So thank you for everyone that has been believing in Umiverse, Umi Genevieve. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so appreciative. So today I wanted to do a weekly report. So I'm going to try to do these weekly reports because I want to be a person that now practice what they preach. So if I share an energy out consistently, I will start to live by it. And the more I've shared with you guys, and I say this in all my sessions, are learning lessons for me as well. So the more I've shared with you guys is the more that I've realized that it's been changing my life. And the more I'm able to see the change in my life, the more I'm able to share more valuable information with you guys. So thank you. Oh my God, thank you so much to everybody that has believed in me. And I'm going to really try to put out more work. And that's what it's really about, putting out more work, more energy, more spaces where you can be helpful. God, use me as an instrument. And that's what I would say, use me as an instrument, because I am only an instrument. Because I have sinned. I am human. I will sin again. I am flawed. But I am an instrument that you can use to show the beauty that comes from flawed things. So thank you. So I'm going to do this weekly report. And we're going to talk about the week of May 29th to June 5th. So this week. And it's a new moon in Gemini. So the new moon just happened. So the moon transits every 2.5 days. So right now we could be looking at, you know, the new moon probably happened this morning. Until yesterday, and that new moon dynamic, and since it's in Gemini base, and again, what is Gemini ruled by Mercury, so Mercury's retrograde right now in Taurus, so it'll be there till June 3rd. So since it's Mercury's retrograde in Taurus, that's an energy right now that can really be throwing off the mutables completely off. And again, one thing with Mercury retrogrades to be conscious of is that they happen 4 times a year. So there's no reason to get crazy and psychotic if it's something that happens 4 times a year. And this year it's going to happen 2 times in fixed signs. The last one was in January 14th started. And the last 2 is going to happen in cardinal energy, that Libra dynamic. So a cardinal energy, and that's going to start again September 9th, 10th. And that basically the last one's going to be December 29th. And right now we're having one right now in Taurus that started May 10th. So it happens 4 times a year, so 2 fixed, 2 resource energy. So the last 2 is about where our resources were, what bills we were paying, what bills we couldn't afford. And maybe it was a time where we took in some sort of big bill. Maybe we bought something expensive for ourselves, dived into depth. The last 2 are going to be in cardinal, so it's about relationships, how we assert ourselves. And it's also big talks with government, because we know right now a big thing is gun control, since Jupiter just came into Aries as well, another cardinal energy that will oppose Mercury. So Jupiter will oppose Mercury. So big talks with the Senate, gun laws, different type of, you know, judicial type of energy. All right? That basis. So let's talk about what Mercury retrograde, since we're in that new moon dynamic, right? So Mercury rules family, siblings, short distance travel. It rules neighbors, especially reunion with neighbors. It rules interests, hobbies, small talk, moving, but not too far, like, you know, that short distance travel and those types of bases, communications, mental health, and those types of things. And also maybe going through a short-term, you know, learning program, learning pursuit. Those types of themes there. So then the next week, until we get out of this Mercury retrograde, it's best for you to be cautious of your plans, be cautious of your words, and plan accordingly. And also it could be a time where a lot of you could be planning to moving up in jobs, losing a job, family reunions, certain things with family, conversations that need to be had with that family, let it be children or siblings, and just themes where maybe you might see old friends, old neighbors, people that return back into your life, and those types of themes. Those are natural for Mercury retrogrades, but the undertone is usually what the Mercury is retrograding in, the sign. So this isn't Taurus right now, a resource sign, this can actually be a time where it's about letting go, unpacking certain depths, forgiveness, realizing where your savings account is, because it's a really money resource focused time. But it's an energy that's dealing with the past, things that we thought we had under control, childhood dynamics, because it's in two signs, Mercury, energy that deals with childhood, well, two spaces, Mercury, but also Taurus, which is the second sign of the zodiac, second house. So it's something really dealing with, this week should have a very nostalgic feel to it. Let it even be talking about past laws that have been, implemented into society, with even things like, leaving childhood homes, leaving long-term jobs, leaving long-term relationships, seeing childhood friends, reuniting with a childhood sweetheart, just those types of themes. It's things that we already own or we already know that now needs revision. So that's what this week is really about. So be mindful of it, and also be cautious that we're still in a resource-focused time. So just be careful where your investments, your morals, your values are sitting right now, because we're still in a very critical energy. Taurus just can bring on a lot of violence and passive aggression. So just be cautious with that. And since Venus energy is in Taurus right now, it's just coming into that dynamic, but just in the first decan, while Mercury is in the last decan of Capricorn. Till June 3rd, you could probably see a lot of conversations about where the gun laws are, gas prices, just where we have always as a nation valued those things and why we now need to revise them. So till the 3rd, we're going to hear a lot of talks about that. With that theme, that like even right now, since we're in a Gemini moon energy, Canada, just a few hours ago via news, put a cap on gun purchases, and